Okay, so I'm going to show you just quickly how to animate a post. There's a few different ways of adding animation into our posts in Canva. One of them is actually adding animated elements. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. I've opened a Facebook post template, so I'm just going to create something. It's probably not going to look the best because I'm not really putting too much thought into this, but let's go for it. Okay, so we are potentially advertising a product or a service that we offer in our business. So for me, my most favourite would be the Business Design Academy. So I've added a text box and I'm going to use this as my main focal point. So let's have nice big text. I'm going to change the font to something a little nicer. I often use this one. Let's go with that. Okay, and I'm going to give it a background colour. That's not one of my brand colours, but I do like that colour. I may change it. I'm going to go with grey. Okay, so I'm going to add some elements. I want to add something that moves. So, animation. No, that's spelled wrong. Animation. So I want something that moves. Now, hopefully, I do. Oh, these are lovely, the sparkly ones. A lot of the animation, you cannot change the colours. They are what they are because they're video files. So I could add you. I could add a little bit of sparkle. Actually, I'm going to take you off. I love the sparkle. And I'm going to go a bit crazy with this. Type in splash. I love the splash elements. There's so many, and you can change the colours of a lot of these. That's a fun one. Let's make you slightly bigger. I can't change the colour of that one. One I can change the colour of. This is quite crazy. We're going to go a little bit crazy with this. I'm going to change the colour. Position it to the back. And make my text bigger. So it can be seen. And that is a very quick, crazy looking animated post. So it's all about using the animation elements. You can type in animation, animated, but generally if you type anything into Canva, you will have static ones first, and then if you scroll down, you will soon find you will come across the animated ones. There's a lot of stars, which are wonderful. If we keep going, we will come across some animation. And all of these you can add into your Canva designs as and when you please. They are fantastic. So if you can think of something you want to add into your design, type it into the bar, then scroll down and you will come across the animated elements. Okay, so that's one way of creating a post or a template design in Canva that has movement. Another way, let's go back to Canva. I'm going to create a design and I'm going to go back to Facebook post. It's just a fantastic size. Another way is adding video. So we have videos here. I'm going to just type in business, see what comes up. And you have a lot of videos here. So you could use one of these videos as your main background. I've just picked a very random video. And you can overlay text onto these. So I'm going to go for Business Design Academy. There we go. and I'm going to add a rectangle so that I can see my text. I will change the colour. Let's go for a crazy gold. And I'm going to change my font. Okay, so we now have a video. We hit play. You've now got a video in the background, your business name, your product or service on top. Adding in the square behind it often works very well because you don't want to, you'll lose your text. And any text you add over the video, you will lose it. It disappears into the background because the video is moving. You don't know whereabouts the colours are going to be, so you're better off to add something behind your text, especially if you're using a video. You can add a border around this. We can add a border, or type in square. We type in square. This one and this one are great, simply because it's quite thick, but if we reduce the size and then use the outer white lines, we have a nice thin border. The border always looks good with your video. Okay, let's centralise that. I'll change that to my goldy colour as well, and it just gives it that little something extra. It's not all perfectly in line, but you get the idea. You're beginning to build an animated post using a video, promoting your product or service, your business on top, and you've just got that more professional look and feel to it. So there's a couple of ways that you can create animation in Canva, and another way, third and final, is to animate the post itself. So I'm going to just go create a design, and we'll go back to trusty Facebook. Oh no, we want post. What did that just open? Okay, so let's open a Facebook Shops ad. All right, we shall go with that. So with this, you can create your design, any template. Obviously, I'm using a Facebook Shops ad one here. I'm going to add in my text, Business Design Academy. I'm going to make it nice and big. I'm going to change the fonts. So you would be doing this anyway. You would be changing the fonts. You would be changing the colours. You would be adding your elements in. What's stripe? What can we find under stripe? I love to just type in random things into Canva and see what appears. I mean, this is fantastic. I love this. I'm just going to add a bit of colour in here. Add it to the back of my text. I could actually add another one up here, backwards. Business Design Academy. Let's make you bigger. It's just a bit of fun. If we make you white, will you stand out a little bit more? I'm going to give you a shadow as well. So this really is a crazy looking post. I will just dial down the transparency ever so slightly. Okay, so let's add some animation to this design. So we've looked at, this is now the third type of animation. We have looked at creating animation through video and through adding actual animated elements to our design. This one, I've created a static design and we have a little animate tab at the top. So I'm going to click this, and when I scroll over these, you will see we have animation automatically. Rise, pan, there's fade, tumble. I love tumble. One of my favourites, scrapbook, baseline, there's pop. So you can animate your design by just using one of the features in Canva. So I'm going to go for pop, and then here I can choose the time, the length of the video. It's set at 5 seconds, but if I had a lot of information, written information on here, and I wanted the video to stay open technically for longer, I can increase the length of the video here. So I'm just going to say done, and I'm going to play it. And there you go, and you can see it continues until it gets to the end, then it stops. On social media, it will just keep going. It goes in a loop. But for the purpose of Canva, it stops at the end of the video. So press play. I've got my animation at the beginning. I could cut it about here if I don't have a lot of information on here. But if I had a lot of information, like I say, you may want to make it longer. And then you can download your designs. It will suggest an MP4 video, and that is the best way to do it. So anything that's got moving elements, animation in, download as an MP4 video. If you don't want to animate the whole lot, you can animate individual elements separately. You have an animate section here, and you have the option to animate individual elements. Okay, so I hope that has been helpful. We've been through 3 different ways to add animation to your designs. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing your product, service, business, family, whatever type of post you're wanting to create. I'm really looking forward to seeing it on social media. So if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget, hit follow so that you get to see all the other videos that I'm creating, as this is a series of 30. And you'll get to see all 30 Canva related videos. So that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next one.